Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alright, we have two rather large items to talk about, so we'll just go to the news to get a little summary. With the arrival of October, we also get the Legends Pass. Alright, so these are going to be things that you can earn based on daily and weekly challenges. Of course, there are two different tiers. There's one for the free-to-play people, and there's ones for the people who actually want to spend money. So we'll talk about that more while we're looking at it. We also have the new major event going on right now. This is the Swamp Riders Grand Prix. And of course, the individual at the center is Gerlich. He's a nature attacker with all kinds of stuff going on. We're going to talk about him in a little bit more detail too. All right, I just wanted to cover those very quickly there. If you're interested, the team store has been refreshed too. They're focusing now on the Shannara and the Ingvar families if you want to get extra cells to rank them up. Alright, in the upper left-hand corner, next to the little rabbit face, you'll notice there's a little gray shield there. Mine has a little green exclamation point, so let's go in there and talk about the Legends Pass. Alright, so there's the Legends Pass. First thing, let's just look at the challenges. What do you have to do? That's what it comes down to. Alright, so we have the daily challenges. These are the same as yesterday as I remember them, right? I haven't done the first one yet because, multiplayer, we're going to be doing that in a bit, right? And hopefully I'll be able to kill 6 monsters. So generally you have to do multiplayer. Actually, when I first read that, I read that as win 6 multiplayer fights, which was really like, what? But no, I was actually wrong about that. You just have to beat 6 creatures, monsters I should say. And, depending on the circumstances, that could be hard, that could be easy, I guess. There's less of a motivation if you're going to do this to get to a high rank. But, I mean, it is only 10 points, so it really doesn't matter that much. You're going to see what I mean. All right, and using stamina, basically, I did some of the gems dungeon this morning. That's how that's done. And, of course, donating cells. If you donate 3 cells, you'll get points for that. Then we have the weekly ones, in which case you can see I've already done one. The Gems Dungeon is mostly responsible for that down there. And then, of course, they have win multiplayer battles, but this is over the course of a week. You'll get 70 points for that. Win one multiplayer battle. Oh, that's with a water creature, right. And then win one with somebody with a Good Legions book. All right, so obviously, now you're breaking up your normal team. So maybe a lower rank in multiplayer isn't such a bad idea. Although I do have some powerful water creatures, it's just that I'm not going to be able to use my best individuals, that kind of thing. And basically, if you just do these, you'll get points in which to advance the Legends Pass. So let's go back to the rewards. Okay, you can see I already have one. And I'm dancing on the ceiling to get my 500k points and add it to my nearly 16 billion. Alright, so you notice you have a them and an us. That's probably the best way to say it. At the bottom is the free-to-play one, right? As you accumulate those points over the course of, as you can see up there, 25 days, 16 hours, and 58 minutes at the time of recording, you will get more and more of these rewards. And that one's not bad right there, the elite points, the elite souls, I should say. And I think that's just basically elemental cells, kind of random down there, right? This one right here, the attack points, that's for the adventure map. Those come back pretty quickly. I know I have 16, and not many people who've played the game in the last 3 or 4 years actually have that many. But those come back pretty quick. I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes per one. So, I mean, having that this far down is, kind of silly. And then, I have that one, so I don't really care. I have that. I actually have that statue. I just don't have any space to put it down. You know what I mean? Food, yippee, yummy, yummy. Okay, that's actually a really good reward. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit tricky to get to 1,640, but I mean, that's a good reward right there. And Elementium is good, and that's the end of that. All right, now, if you notice, however, the top obviously has far better rewards. How much the cost of that is, I guess depends upon your region. Not going to really talk about it here. You'd have to decide what you want to do with that. I would say that in most situations like this, the most insidious time, and I'm using the word insidious here, because it's a marketing thing, right? If you were towards the end of the month and you say you got to here, and you're like, I'm not going to be able to get to that, And then you're looking up here and you're like, if I just paid, I would get all of this stuff because that's what I would get. I would guess that in a situation like this, that's where they get the most people actually doing it. Not in the beginning, after you've actually gotten to the point where you'd actually get all of these rewards. Especially if you get the little costume for Elvira. I believe that's a little costume, right? Right, you get an extra costume for her or something like that. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing we're looking at here. Unfortunately, we're kind of seeing a lot of this now. It really does seem to be popping up, especially if you look at what else is in the upper left, if you know what I'm talking about here. And, I think that this has actually wormed its way into the events. And since we're talking about events, why don't we talk about events? All right, we're going to talk about the Grand Prix here now with Gerlich. All right, so, of course, this is a race, which means that your team's fate is in your own hands, right? You have to complete laps. Now, we're going to talk about some of this very quickly. I'm going to go over this as quickly as I possibly can, right? Now, you have to get to lap 10 to get any form of him, right? The more laps you complete, you can rank him up there. If you get to 14, you're going to rank him up once. If you get to 18, you rank him up twice. And then you have to get to 25. And then I think up here 50 will actually rank him up 4 times, which means he's going to go to, I believe that's 120. I think that's 120, isn't it? Yeah, I believe it is. And then, of course, if you do the one at the top, you get 90 laps. You're going to get this great chest with that's all kinds of stuff in it and an extra 300 cells for him. Right, and of course, if you don't actually get to lap 10, but you get to lap 8, you're going to get the judgment. We'll get back to the judgment. And, of course, if you only get to lap 4, but you've actually gotten to, you didn't get to lap 8, but you did get to lap 4, which means you qualified. If you don't get to lap 4, your team, you don't get anything, right? But then we have Arnu, who's a frog. Mine's name's Kermit. Right, all right, so the question is this fellow right here, right? This is the fellow right here. Now, a couple of days before the event came up, on the Facebook community page for Monster Legends, they put up this. Right, this was the little splat thing they had to let you know who was coming and all kinds of stuff. And they gave you some of his skills. Normally, you'd do this and you'd be like, we want to show the best skills, so that way people will be really hyped up. Let's look at some of these skills for a moment. Will be your nightmare. Deals massive nature damage to one enemy. Applies nightmares to all enemies. Okay. I mean, massive nature solo hit is nice. Nightmares. There's actually another one lower, by the way. It's a smaller hit, but I believe it gets poison, which is far better. I don't know why nightmares is the big one. Should be poison. By the way, did I mention he actually has no group attacks that I have found? I found that shocking. Really, I did. I found that shocking. All right, then we have Bite Gurmit. I'm guessing the frog's name is Gurmit, by the way. All right, deals very heavy nature damage to one enemy, applies poison and bleed to one enemy, gives an extra turn. All right, that's a good attack. I'm not going to say anything wrong with that. That's a good attack. We're going to skip the next one for a moment and go to the bottom. All right, here we have Hypno Toad Time. Deals heavy special damage to one enemy, 50% chance of applying possession. Really? 50% chance? Really? To one individual. Okay. And then we have this one. War Spells Potion. Apparently War Spells is responsible from raising him from the dead. Can apply triple. Okay, spell check, please. Spell check. Can apply triple damage to itself for 2 turns and gain an extra turn. Ooh! Or transform into a baby. All right, they didn't officially state what that means. The general consensus in the forums from what I saw in the discussion on this fellow is that it means that your animation is probably going to change to the baby form, and you're going to not be able to attack, but you'll also have evade on you. I mean, that's the general consensus of what it's going to be. Why that would be there, why this skill would be here, I do not understand. I just do not understand. I looked at these 4 skills and I'm like, there's got to be better than this. So I actually went into, that's how I saw the discussion of him. I went in and I looked in there. And actually, other than the one that I mentioned, the one that instead of doing nightmares gives poison, these are the best ones. He doesn't have a group attack that I've seen, unless I missed it or something like that. He's not very good. He's not very good at all. No, he isn't. And considering the quality of the top creatures in the last 2 events we just did, including a new elite, I'm wondering why it is the race creatures are having so much trouble being powerful these days. I do realize that, we had talked about mazes and we're talking about progressions, right? Yeah, the one thing to keep in mind is that when those events begin and they say, this is a great one, they also have a little thing on the side saying, by the way, you can actually just buy that creature right now for this. Yeah, I'm beginning to think that, again, the pay stuff is really saturating in here. I literally typed in the text in the chat of my team, do we really want this guy? I'm actually thinking that the judgment would be better. I couldn't find his skills because for some reason he's kind of missing from the wiki. It's a weird thing. I searched for legendary nature creatures and there's like a blank space where his face should be. I click on it and it takes me to a random monster. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But I always heard the judgment was good. And I don't know. I think I'd probably want the judgment over this guy, he's probably going to be part of a book that we're going to have to do or something like that. I don't know. We are working on this to a degree. Where are we right now? Okay, let me switch back here, actually. I don't think it's working very hard. I'm looking at the numbers, and I don't see a lot of people going crazy. If you go to the global ones, you do see, like, the people on the top who are normally there. Where are we down here? I'm not getting a lot of enthusiasm from our team, frankly, regarding this guy. At this point, I'm thinking, I could be happy with the judgment. I really could. I could be happy with the judgment. I've actually heard he was pretty good. So, can't find his skills, but I don't know about that. This guy, if you get him really ranked up, he might be useful. It's just that, can you really go with an attacker these days who doesn't do group attacks? Except if you're talking about somebody like Kane, who's an utter destroyer. But then again, of course, he is an elite. And he's got his extra stuff, in terms of his, is a bleeding hater and such like that. In that case, he can get away with that, right? Can this guy get away with it? His skills really aren't very good, I guess your team has to make your decision for yourself. Do you really want him? Like I said, he might be in a prominent place in a book or something like that. So I guess you have to make your own decisions, right? That's really what it comes down to. Me, myself, it's a little hard for me to get enthusiastic about this guy. And in terms of the team and such, like here, objectives are done, right there. Don't want to embarrass anybody at the moment. But, yeah, in this case, it's a little hard for me to get enthusiastic about him. It's just, the quality of the race creatures seems to be dropping off since Myrak. If anyone else disagrees regarding that, feel free to put that in the comments down below. That's just my opinion from somebody looking in. And again, looking up here and looking up in the left-hand corner, I'm seeing a trend which disturbs me. I really am. There's a weird future in terms of YouTube, especially in regards to January 1 and the effect that it might have on games like this. So, yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what the future is going to bring. It's a little hard to keep myself from actually getting into rant mode. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to call it right there. You and your team will have to decide how much enthusiasm you want to put. I know that those are always going to be those teams who they got to get the maximum of everything. But are they going to put that guy in to important situations? That's just my thing. If you had this guy up to 130 and you had, say, a 130 Prince Charmless, which one are you going to use? Which one are you going to use? Anyway, that's going to be the end of that. So let's just do war and feel better about ourselves. All right, so The last war did not end very well for us. They really came back on us. I think that we're doing better in this one. Kind of a tough one, but we are doing better. And let's see here. We have winter, we have light, and we have water, right? By the way, that does not count in terms of the water ones for the legendary pass. I checked it. So you actually have to go to the multiplayer place and do the wins there. All right, so what do we have going on here? All right, we have a good lead. There's 2 hours and 44 minutes left, so I think it's a safe lead too, considering that they've actually attacked more than us. All right, so I mean, let's just see what happens here. All right, what do we got here? I don't remember which team I have in. I think I have my main team in. I'm just going to check. No, actually, that's the second team, I believe. So we can actually go with this one. Let me think. You're immune to possession, I believe, right? You're immune to possession. You're probably tough. You're tough. And you, of course, are immune to, you're a mountain. You're a mountain. All right, why don't we just do this? It's convenient, right? Okay, you are obviously a lot faster than I gave you credit for. Okay, 68. Okay, you were just a little bit faster. However, you froze somebody rather significant, didn't you? Okay, let's see what we can do here. Obviously, I do not want the cryotin acting. That would be disastrous. So, take away the stamina, right? Okay, I'm thinking the best way to handle this would be this. Now, it doesn't work on her, but of course she was kind of frozen at the time, so it didn't really matter too much. Are you still frozen? No, you're not. All right, so hold it a second. I'm thinking, what should I do here? All right, why don't we do the Arctic boost? He's possessed, so I don't have to do anything regarding him. So why don't we just do a little bit of curse all the way around here, right? Oh, actually, that's just going to kill all of you, isn't it? Not you, but I think you're pretty much dead as soon as your turn comes up. But anyway, why don't we just do this? Faraday says hi. Okay, so let's see if we can find something challenging. That may be a little bit too challenging. At this point, if something has a 15, it means it's pretty fast, right? Actually, I don't know about that. That's interesting. All right, let's just let's take a look around. 61, 67. There's a. Why is he the fastest? Is he the fastest? Really? He's the fastest. Okay, is that a good tactical idea right there? I mean, wouldn't you want to move stuff over to here? He has a 130, that's true. But I mean, at that point, I'd actually want him hitting hard. All right, let's see what we got here. I was wondering. Well, first things first. I think for water, I'm going to try something here because I'd like to try something. And what do you have? All right, we'll try those. I'm wondering if I can get away with Al. These two guys are going to be giving some support here, so I'm wondering if I can get away with Al. 68, 70... Yeah, I do believe I have that one. Okay, because I want to mess with their cooldowns, right? Okay, unpaid loan. You guys in a lot of trouble. Speaking of a lot of trouble, I've heard you're from the sea. I heard right. You already have shock on you, so let's add some drowning. Okay, how to kill your dragon. Any dragons here? No dragons? Okay, you got a lot of health down here, so I need to start picking away at you, right? And okay, I could kill you, but I really need to pick away at him. But don't worry, we got this. Here, have some curse. Okay, I'm pretty sure you two are just dead. But, you know what? Boom, you're dead. Okay, let's face it, you're dead. But, here, wait a minute. Stab anyway. All right, not a bad combo for me. If I get to pull out the big boys like that, not too bad. I would prefer to pull out my Megaton tanks, but like I said, we have a good lead here, and I don't think that there's really much of a chance of them coming back. But, you know, the thing about it is I guess we just had like a better selection of stuff. But something like that, I mean, did somebody set that up, or did the computer do that? Because it doesn't seem to be like a cohesive team, you know? You got 2 denials, and you got somebody here who would really be hitting hard if he had strength. So I'm wondering if it's a matter of a partially like not active team or something like that, or individuals are just not active. Anyway, it does look like we're going to win, which is good, and yeah, I like that. I like winning. Winning is good. So let's go on to PvP. All right, and lots of teams available today. This is good. I put them back in because I got a little bit high in the rankings for the trophies, that is. And I think we're in a good place here, 5,300. So obviously it's going to be going up, so I kind of put the tougher teams on the bottom, even though a lot of these teams are kind of tough. All right, so let's just go. Our first team today was suggested by Apple Juice Moose. And Apple Juice Moose wanted to see, over in metal, someone I think I'd really like to see ranking up. And that's Porky. Next up, we're going over to light, because there's a lady there waiting for us. And she's without her little dog. And that's Dorothy. And finally, we're going over to metal for another lady. And this lady doesn't have a dog, frankly. Where is... Okay, and that's Nebula. Oh, did I forget to unlock her last slot? Oh, I should have done that. Yeah, I knew there was something that was slipping my mind. When I had the deal, I should have done that for her, too. Because she's really good damage. All right, so let's see. We have Porky. So Porky is going to be handling our stuff today. Lyterium and the Doctor. Dr. Mary, I believe. 115s on the left. Yeah, I'm guessing they'd be faster than my 100 Porky. Up the middle, he'd be dodging, wouldn't he? Or he'd be evading group attacks. What about what we have on the right? All right, let's do that one. Okay, no speed. All right, I was kind of hoping there might be something in terms of there, but I guess not. I wouldn't put strength on Babel Yakka. That's just me, though. Oh, you're going first. Okay. Yeah, weakness for all. Actually, boom, you're dead. Who do I want to get rid of? I guess the Babel Yakka. Oh, he resisted it. That's no good. All right, don't resist this. Okay, he didn't want the curse. That's not good. All right, unfortunately for him, should I even do the group one now? Oh, well, the group one is going to start bleeding. Yeah, all right. Right, bleeding. Let's see. Who's going to attack? Okay, he's going to attack down here. Should I blind him? Yeah, why don't we just do that? Alright, and let's see. Why don't I just take your stamina away and refill us a little? And you're dead. Alright, let's see. I think we can put some drown on you. And a little extra stamina leak, which is always a good thing. And I noticed that you're still weak to metal. And let's see. Might as well just drain a little bit there. Alright, and what do you got here? Nightmares and give us some more stamina. I like that idea. I think you're dead, so we're just gonna like do this a little bit. Oh, and boom, you're dead. Alright, that worked out alright. Oh, hello, how are you doing? I'm sure you got a chance to look into the problems with the wheel the last time. We did get, okay, I mean, that's, you know, let's obey. And cells are alright. I'm not going to say wrong anything about cells. All right, so let's move on to our next team. Our next team was suggested by Mohammed Wafra Yadli. Really sorry. And Mohammed wanted to see. Let's see. Where is she? Okay, and that's going to be, we're starting with Elvira. All right, and then right on top, Sparta. And finally, Dave. It's a real chore getting to him. I wish they would allow some, like I said, with the other books. See if you could sort by spirit. It would definitely help a lot, especially with him. All right, or just War Masters. Give us one for War Masters or something like that, because they can be hard to find. All right, so let's see. Obviously, we have an extremely powerful team. We don't really have denial, but we do have a round of protection here. Unless if we might have denial, depending on what Dave does, though, right? I mean, we have it strong here. Do I want to risk it on what's on the left? I mean, I do have a lot of single target stuff going there. So I might be able to take out the Dun Ra. I mean, certainly Dave helps with that, right? All right, why don't we try that? Because like I said, we do have some strong stuff going on here. All right, you got 1 health on a Dun Ra. Why do you have a 10 speed on a Dun Ra? I mean, it already starts. I don't understand that. See, the thing about it is if you were to drop curse or something on that, the fact that it's acting quickly means the curse would progress really fast. I would want my Megaton tank going as slow as possible if they start with Megaton, But that's just me. Okay, you were already doing that. Oh, true, you did take the control part out, but I mean... All right. Well, obviously, but you only have 80,000 health. So what good are you? I mean, boom, you're dead. What good was all of that? See, if that 10 had been life, then he would be really hard to kill. All right. Obviously, we're not doing that. That would be a terrible mistake. Do we have anything? Remove. I think that Elvira can do that, right? All right, why don't we just get rid of him? We'll hurt him a lot. Boom. All right, let me think about this. Sports won't save you. Center. All right, she can't remove positive status effects. Am I hurt? A bit. I'd rather get this one dead here, or close to dead. All right, so why don't we just hit and give sunburn? Okay, and he's taunting now, which is unfortunate. Ouch. All right, let's think about this. What is he reflecting back? The attack. He's reflecting the attack back. All right, it'll kill. Does that mean I'm going to heal them? Oh, he's going to be dead. Right, dead. Reflected back. Okay, but it did heal him. I kind of understood that was going to happen, but I really wanted to make sure that he was dead. Evading. Okay, none of us have curse anymore because I think he just removed it. All right, let's see. Sinner agony. Words can save you. Yeah, damage protection here. All right, and pure rage. Boom, you're dead. Okay, yippee for me! Challenge complete. Yeah. All right. Let's see how that wheel is doing here. All right, Rune. Okay. All right. Seems like you did do some work on the wheel, so that's good. It's always good to stay friendly. All right, so let's move on to our third team. Our third team today was suggested by Crux. Crux gave me 2 teams. I picked this one. The first member of this team is over in Earth, and that's going to be Korra. Next up, we're going over to Fire, And this is going to be Kane. And finally, hold on a minute. Oh no, that's right, I took her off. I was thinking, because I was going for Tara, actually. I had forgotten that I actually put those guys back in. All right, there she is, right there. All right, obviously, kind of a tough team, so we'll see how this works. Do we have something challenging? I could do the... Well, I mean, the levels are low over on the left, but there is a Myrak in there. But I mean, are the levels too low? All right, we'll try to find something a little tougher here, because we want a good match. Hey, yeah, ooh, I don't know about that. Team on the left, I mean, there's no denial there. Maybe, depending on what Ragnarok does. But do I really want to do that? I mean, it's true that... Oh, I mean, Korra would get destroyed. 130 Voltec would utterly destroy Korra. But I mean, who's going first? All right, let's risk this. Let's see what we can do. I guess it really depends on what they have. Ouch! Okay, so what do you got? You know, I think you might actually be faster than Tara. 74. Yep, yeah, we have a big problem. Actually, Korra's going to get destroyed here. Hopefully she can last a bit. I mean, she has 165,000, but he's going to be hitting like a truck. All right. Yeah, static shocks are killing. Actually, one more. Yeah, she's dead now. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this. This is a mistake. Yeah, nobody else had to do anything. Alright, sorry about that, Crux. I really shouldn't have put that team. Yeah, that's bad. Very, very bad. Sorry about that. Poor choice on my part. Okay, so let's see if we can salvage this with our fourth team. Alright, our fourth and final team today was suggested by Awkward Potato. An Awkward Potato wanted to see... Let's see, over in Fire, Pepe, and then we're going over to Fire again. Oops, Fire, and this is going to be Nova, and then in Darkness, you can probably figure out who this is going to be. That's going to be Cleo. All right, so obviously we have a really strong team now. Stronger than all of these guys. Oh, I don't know about that. Well, I mean... Team on the left's got 2 denials. That's a little weird. So, you know, let's do this. Obviously not the team up the middle. Geez, I'm a little bit concerned about that one right over there. A little too concerned of it. One more try. A little too concerned there. Unfortunately, this is the last shot here. Well, the one in the middle's got 2 epics, so I'm not doing that. Let me think about this. Well, I'm guessing the team on the left is kind of the harder team. Mostly because it has a leprechaun. And I can't hit him with group attacks. Alright, well, that's what I'm going to do. Oh! After I go out and grab these. Okay, I could have done that beforehand, couldn't I? Alright, and back in. Okay, let's just do this. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be overly difficult. And... Alright, and let's do this to make sure we don't miss in the future. Okay, this is going to ignore the leprechaun because it's not going to hit him. Alright, pretty sure they're all dead now. However, Cleo would like to return the favor and give him bleeding. No damage, but bleeding, right? Alright, let's think. I'm thinking do something that takes stamina away. Actually, that just kills her. Probably not a bad idea. Even though, let's face it, I think she's dead anyway. Actually, the Gersis would have been a better idea. Actually, what I should have done is I could have possessed the leprechaun. Alright, charge. And ungod! Alright, and let me think about this. Let's try that one again. Okay, stop doing that. Alright, and boom, he's dead. And okay, what was that last one? Apply stun. Well, it's just gonna kill him. Yeah, I probably should have taken one of those earlier teams to make it interesting, I suppose. I was hoping to run into something harder. But then again, we did lose the previous match, so it probably made it. Yeah. There seems to be some kind of defect there. Could you look into it, please? Yeah, don't like that at all. Alright, and we're done. Alright, so we have this Legend Pass thing going on. You know, I mean, you got the challenges, you can get rewards. You have to make your own decisions on that, I suppose. And then we have the race. You know, do you want to go for that? Is he worth it? Maybe you just want to get him so you have him for the books or something like that. I don't know. It's a little hard to get enthusiastic about it. He's not quite quality, you know. I think he probably could have used some adjustments. I mean, a 50% possession? I don't know about that one, you know. And not one single real group attack. Just like hit one guy, give torture effects, you know. He just doesn't seem to have the stuff to justify that one, you know. The individuals who do that have got the extra things going for it, like the aforementioned Kane, who, to be fair, is actually an elite. But you do have others that, you know, are very good with that kind of thing. I mean, are you going to use him over a Prince Charmless? I don't think so, you know. Prince Charmless has got the separate attacks, but then again, he can extra turn them and make them weak to his attacks. So, yeah, I mean, you could get triple damage, which is good, but you could also, yeah, turn into a baby. I'm not really sure why that's there. I don't know what's up with the orcs. Some of them are really solid, and others are like, I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know. I blame war spells. Maybe it's him who's doing it. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.